We're going to take a walk around the garden right now, and it's almost spring. There's my fern. She really got destroyed when it snowed. She did not like the freezing very much. So spring is coming, and I usually have a lot of things going on in the garden, but my goodness, we've got some really madness going on in here right now. The weeds are out of control. It's been raining, so I'm working on doing some weeding. I have to prune some things still that I haven't pruned yet. And look at my tree collards. They're just out of control. They're literally overtaking this whole section of garden. And if you don't know anything about tree collards, they're really interesting. And they have some pretty big, thick stalks on them. See the stalks here? Look how big that is. They're like a tree, and they will grow for up to 20 years or more on the stalks. And you could take some cuttings off the tips of them. So let me grab one of the tops here. So you could take these tips off and make new plants off of those. So I plan on doing those. Those are some nice new tips right there too. See how that base is there? That would root really nicely. But they really do just become quite hardy. Look at that stalk on that one. It's still pretty green. It hasn't gotten woody yet. And they're very nice to fry, kind of like a kale. Add to soups. You can eat them as a salad. Look at the size of those leaves on these right here. Absolutely stunning. Like, beautiful stuff. Tastes really nice. Very nice green. So look at this madness in here. So this is also a follow-up video to where I said the selective weeding. So if I come down and I look in here, there is actually, that is chamomile. And there's calendula. Some sweet peas that are going to be flowering. Tons of clover everywhere. A lot of borage that comes up and volunteers in. And if you pan across all of this when you're, and my walkways are pretty much buried. I'm starting to unbury some walkways today. So let's walk down and look at walkway unburying. But if you look across this, there really is not any kind of weeds in here that have thorns. I have selectively weeded out all of the things that would poke you in the feet, so you can walk around in here barefoot. There's some beautiful plantain, and I love the plantains. We'll do another video about plantain one day. Look at that. There's some columbine wildflower right there. This is a lot of, there was cosmos in here, so I'm not really disturbing it yet because there could be a lot of cosmo babies in there popping up still, so we're not going to do that. Clearing out this walkway, put down organic crushed pine shavings. I really like those because they keep the walkway pretty clear. And this is a nice butterfly bush that just collapsed in the snow, so I just pushed her back up today. And my plan is, I'm recycling an old swimming pool, and I put it underneath all of my shavings because I'm sick and tired of weeding. Weeding is just one of the worst things in an organic garden because I don't use any chemicals. I'm not spraying anything. Here's what I call my onion bed. I scored this free from somebody off of Facebook, and it's pretty cool, but I need to recover it. Anyway, so there's my little pink greenhouse too, and I'm getting ready to do the walkway next to that. And here's another walkway. So my garden right now basically is out of control, and it needs a lot of help. So this cobblestone walkway, I just freed that up today. I have a little bit more work to do on that one. Coming up here, if you listen, you can hear the creek running off on the other side of the fence. It's a pretty good, nice day out here. I don't know, let's go and look at the thermometer and see how hot it is. Again, no weeds with stickers. Looking really good. There's some mallow in here. There's a little bit of that darn poison hemlock and the wild carrot. I got to get those out of there. Garlic's looking pretty good. I need to come in and probably do some weeding on it. But they're getting to be about a foot tall right now. There's my cactus that I rescued from a fire. And there was a large fire on a cliff, and there was part of this cactus hanging off the edge. So I went ahead and brought it home. It was only one tiny piece, and she's getting pretty big now. I suspect she's probably got a root growing through the bottom of the pot. And it's a nice prickly pear one too, so I can get the fruits and make my jellies that I love to make. Here's another angle of this crazy out of control tree-collared forest. Let's see here. Let's look at some other big stalks on these babies. There's one right here. Where's a big woody one at? These ones in here, I mounded it up last year and tried to... Oh yeah, look at all the layering of the tree-collared stalks in here. They're just ridiculous. They're truly like wood. This big top right here. Beautiful big top. So I got to do something about this madness of the tree-collared takeover, because they really are out of control. They're starting to encroach upon this walkway in here, and I got to kind of navigate through them as I go through. All right, so there's wild mallow. I got the Luther Burbank white queen lilies, and they're just kind of dormant and sitting there right now. And that's about it. Well, let's go over here and look at the beautiful little flowers on the peach and the cherry trees. This is a little teeny tiny Saturn donut peach tree, and she has survived in spite of being cracked off numerous times. I got her in a pot because I really don't know what to do with her yet. I've had a lot of difficulty in this garden that sometimes things do not always do real well in the ground, and I get a lot of heavy traffic from gophers. And the gophers are just ridiculous sometimes, and they really cause me a lot of grief. I don't like them very much, and they just kind of come in and destroy everything. Look at that little bee there working. I had beehives in the garden for a long time, but the bees, they were attacked by the bears, and the bears came and attacked and dragged the beehives down the hill. I never really restarted the beehives, but it seems that some of the honeybees somehow survived out in the forest in a tree stump somewhere. So I still do have quite a lot of honeybees around the garden area, which I'm very thankful for. And here is the start of some beautiful cherry blossoms. Love the cherry blossoms. I wish I had smell-o-vision here. I just sprayed them down with some mineral, with some copper on there so that they don't get any of the little fungus as they're flowering, but they're starting to come on now. Her sister cherry tree over here next door is not quite opening yet, but she's getting close. So there you go. Garden madness, overgrown with weeds and chaos right now. Let the cleanup begin.